Hello, Virgo. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's a beautiful day where I am. It's hot as balls out there. Hope you're enjoying it. If you've got some good weather around you, that is. If you've got some awful energy around you, my apologies for that. Although I did not create it in your life, it still sucks that you're having to go through it. If it resonates, take some information. If it doesn't, don't force it. I thought somebody was beeping me in my apartment, but somebody's alarm just went off. Ooh, alarm go off right in the beginning of a reading? And the car just drove by that my pedophile fucking stepfather used to drive. That's weird. Virgo. Yeah. I was like, man, all we have on the table is loser right now. So why don't you kill me? Get crazy with the cheese whiz. My stepfather also was obsessed with cheese whiz. Whoa, I don't know if you've got a monster in your family, but... I know what's on the bottom of that. Is it still there? Oh, no way. All right, yeah, there's definitely... Oh, shit. We got a prophecy coming in. This is going to lead the reading. There. Aw, that's kind of cute. Okay. Prophecy is leading the reading. Ha! That rhymes. Twist of events. What the fuck? Okay, loser, fighting, and caution. I swear this is somebody else. This loser, okay, I think somehow, remember I was just talking about the weather? There is a whole bunch of lightning. I don't know what's going on around you, but this person, okay, this loser, and like by loser, I mean loser. Like I'm not quite sure what this person is. But I do hear predator. I hear abusive. Like something, maybe constantly abusive. They repeat something. And that's the whole part of fighting, right? Is like hurting you in some way. And they've been told to stop. And like this was kind of like an energy I picked up yesterday of people that have been warned by the universe to leave you alone and to stop, just admit what they did and move on with their lives, because people are keeping people in jail cells basically because they don't want to admit the truth. They don't want to admit what they did. So they're keeping people captive against their will, so then they don't have to tell the truth. And those people are getting caught because they've been warned by spirit time and time again to let you go. That false imprisonment, okay, equals huge reward, okay? And that's what a lot of these parents don't really understand. By putting you in shanks and putting you behind bars over things that they did and ways that they fought you, okay, leads to them having to pay you out big time. And that's what happens, right? Because when the universe goes over all the evidence and realizes that a parent has wrongfully punished their child, right? When the whole point of a parent's role is to support their child, to listen to their child, okay? Because you are your child, you are what you create. And those parents didn't do that. They went against their own children, the one thing that they created to take care of and to manifest with on this earth. It's like that, I mean, the cops know, the state knows, when you false in prison, you've got to pay, because then that person comes back and goes, okay, So you just made me pay for a crime I didn't do. And then you fought me the whole way through and you didn't listen to me. Now you're going to buy me out. Now you're going to pay me out. Because that's the law. I know that people don't want to listen. And that's hilarious, right? Ignorance is bliss in a lot of people's heads. Okay, so this loser that has been warned numerous times is going to get cut out. And I don't know how the universe works. I don't know how they do things. I really don't. But something is never going to be the same. And it's because of this person that was able to, I just heard perform rituals. So this person, and that's the thing, is like they might not be the villain on the outside that is on the inside, right? Rituals and spells aren't necessarily done, like they're not necessarily done the way that they are in practical magic. You know what I mean? Like people are so funny, and it's hilarious to think like, oh, nobody did spells against me. There's nobody around that does that. But like the thing is that it's just energy. Spells, curses, hexes, it's energy. And it's dark energy that gets placed on somebody if that's what they want, right? But it's all just words. And when you do something to somebody, especially your own child, that comes back to you. And I want to say a lot heavier than times 3. Okay, a lot heavier times 3. And they did things to you, and they said things, and you know, I mean, a natural witch, somebody who doesn't know exactly what they're doing, will do it naturally, unconsciously, but consciously, right? So like this witch could have said something, okay, along the lines of, I'm going to fight you till the end. What you say is a lie. I'm going to fight you because I'm not going to lose this battle. And then lit a candle, right? For dinner. Because it was a sensi, something like that. And they didn't realize that everything they said went right into that candle and they lit it, right? It's like some things are so evil that when people don't have their self in control, they'll let anything control them. And they think it's all them, right? They get all hot and bothered and angry over some energy, and they're like, whoa, you know, they want to fight 1,000 wars, and what they don't realize is that's not even their energy, and they're fighting something that their soul doesn't even care about, right? But people like to get taken over. That's what I found with a lot of people, is they really don't want to take their temples over. They really don't want to be in charge of themselves. What they want is to be in charge of somebody else, right? People will have kids with absolutely no sense of self. They can't even control when their friend calls them on a Friday night and they can't go out because they've got to study. They'll still go out. They have no sense of boundaries, no sense of control, and these people are having kids because they don't want to control themselves. No. They want to control something else. Like their parent controlled them, like their aunt controlled them, like their grandfather controlled them, right? It's all, they act out what happened to them years later, but in a defensive zone where they become the villain because that's what they were raised by, right? So there is a twist of events coming, and I think, again, that's this weather. Like, the weather is going crazy, and unfortunately, there are going to be innocent bystanders, okay? Unfortunately, there are going to be people that get hurt because they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, okay? And that's kind of how energy works. I mean, when you think about it, if a plane goes down, okay, just saying hypothetically speaking, this is kind of what I'm getting in my head. If a plane goes down, okay, and it has 10 felons on it, okay, even from shit they did in the past, okay, stuff they've already paid their price for, technically in jail, but that plane goes down, okay, it takes out those 10 demons, okay, even though they paid their time in 3D, doesn't really matter. Other people, innocents, get killed. And that could be their mission, is to get on that plane and make sure those people don't make it anymore. Like, we don't know what the mission is all the way until it's complete. Your mission's not complete until you're dead. the way that I see it. There is no, okay, you're fine now, you can just live your life. No, there's always going to be somebody to help. There's always going to be a road to go down. There's always going to be something that has to be done. And if this person doesn't realize this, if this natural witch, okay, if she's just using her powers to hurt the ones around her and to fight the ones around her, even though she's been cautioned to stop, she's been warned to stop, she's been warned to back off, right? That there is opposing traffic, that you need to watch where you're going. She's not really watching where she's going because she thinks, because things have worked out that she's said in the past, she thinks that she can do it all the time. And that's where it's like, she's got no boundaries now. She thinks that whatever's driving her is her soul, and it's not, or she wouldn't be hurting people and fighting people, right? That's the thing, is like, angry souls, they fight, they want to speak. And when you have faced things in your life, trials and tribulations, and then you get to stand up for yourself, that anger that comes out of you is going to make you speak, because you've not spoken for so long. But people who are just speaking out of the fact of being angry because they made decisions that they shouldn't have made, and now they're taking it out on everybody else, those people are losing now, because the universe has put together who's full of shit and who's not. But it's just going to come in waves. Not everybody is going to get caught at the same time, and not everybody is going to get caught by the same person, and there's like years and years that it takes to catch everybody, right? They have to be at the right place at the right time in order to get caught for what they're doing, right? As anybody would once they get arrested, right? It's like everybody gets caught. It's just whether or not it happens quick or you know, it's a cold case file and it stays cold for 20 years, 30 years, and then they figure it out. Everything gets figured out though. That's the funny thing of life, is every crime does get solved. It's just whether or not it makes it to the very end and then the crime is solved for everybody. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, we couldn't figure it out. Because some crimes, they never get figured out, but they do in other realms because everything is recorded. Everything you do, everything you say, it's all recorded. It's through your third eye, right? Someone's always watching. They have the ability to watch through your eyes. They have the ability to watch what you're doing, right? Okay, I really want to know what this murder is about. Oh no. So we got the Wheel of Fortune, okay, and then the Lovers in reverse. So the wheel is changing for this lover in reverse. Somebody that was supposed to take your hand, somebody that was supposed to guide you. They were supposed to love you. And whether or not this is a spouse or this is, you know, mia familia, right? Your family. They did their job wrong. And that's why they're being cut out for good. Yeah, 2 of Wands. There's the direction. With the 8 of Cups, this person has to walk away from you. They have to leave everything behind and go away, okay? Ooh, sweet. 9 of Cups with the Daughter of Wands. So the Daughter of Wands revealed this person's intentions, okay? And truly what they wanted. And I think, really, right, you were blocked because of their need for direction. Okay, so there's the 9 of Wands in reverse. So it's like, I don't really think you have to stand on guard anymore against this person. I really think that you can move forward without being blinded by something, right? Like, I think this person blinded you a lot. Like 9-9, it's almost like you're almost there. This wheel has to turn because they have to send this person away. Someone's been watching, and that's what this Daughter of Swords is all about, is about sitting and watching, right? She's like a fly on the wall, right? She has to know every piece of information before she proceeds into the Knight of Swords, into moving the energy and moving the truth forward. She has to figure it out, and that pisses people off. It's going to piss this energy off even more, because if you're refusing to move until somebody tells the truth, that's going to piss that liar off, that loser off, that's fighting you to move, and you won't. You've become the unmovable object, right? And that's what happens when people lie, And if you're telling the truth and they're lying and they've stopped you over this lie by jail, by sentencing, by taking your family away, by ostracizing you, whatever it is, right? The information is going to come out. And if the information can't get out, it's gotten out to the universe. So now the universe is like, okay, nobody else is dealing with this person. I'm going to deal with them. Because the whole point of you having family is to call each other out on your shit. You're family. You're never going to go anywhere. You love each other, right? My sister and I can always call each other out on our shit. Like, does it make us fight a little bit? Absolutely. When someone's refusing to let something go, a really bad habit, then yeah, of course. It causes a little bit of a riffraff. But to constantly fight instead of change, that's the thing. This person, all they really needed to do was evolve, was to change, it's like to change their frame of mind on something. And they weren't supposed to fight you. They were your lover. They were supposed to love you. It also could be Gemini as well. Gemini energy. There's the Son of Wands in reverse. Like, this person was very go-go gadget in reverse against you. They were willing to put you up against the slate every time instead of take your side. Okay? And this is now over with, right? This has probably made you pretty upset with how this person has gone against you so many times. And from the looks of it, this relationship is done. And if they are attached to a relationship, like say they are married to somebody or they have some type of bond with somebody, it's going to get broken. They become the ones that are upset now. They become the ones that have absolutely no control over anything. And then there's the Daughter of Cups. There's in this sweet invitation that comes in once this witch is taken down. And I think she's adios as of like right now. That's probably why that wheel's in there. 3 of Cups in reverse. They are not your friend. They are not somebody that you can trust. They are somebody that went against you. Okay? A Magician in reverse. They really don't want to see you happy. They really don't want to see a smile on your face. Okay? They want to see you at a dead end. They want to see you fucked. They want to see you up against the wall. Okay, and that's this magic that they do in reverse. That's what they do. They want to hurt you. And when people want to hurt people, it's because there's something in their life that they haven't dealt with. And there's a person in there that's held accountable for what they did to them. But they're not holding that person accountable. They're holding you accountable. And that's what happens when people are hurt when they're younger and they never hold that abuser accountable. They start holding other people accountable for what they went through. But what they went through is on them. They need to point the fingers at the right people and stop pointing them at you and wishing you were dead because you didn't hurt them. You were the ones they were supposed to love. This person could have tried to play a friend in your life too, and you were like, that's not your role. That's not who you are. You're not a friend. You're not a friend. And they've been growing this for a very long time, okay? This is a seed that they have grown for a very long time, and they've used their energy in reverse to hurt you and to put you in situations where you were unsuccessful. 4 of Wands in reverse, okay? Because they had something to teach you, okay? They had something to point at you, and then that's the father, and then you became the daughter. It's like I almost want to say it's like this, like this guy's all in charge, like I'm in charge, you've got to listen to me, and you just stopped and went, I'm gonna fucking figure out what this guy's doing right now. Because if they're gonna keep stopping me, if they're gonna keep saying and they're gonna keep pointing their fingers at me, I ain't doing anything, so I'm done. Right? And then that's where the whole game stopped and shifted, is when you stopped playing. And you went into, all right, I'm going to watch this motherfucker. And not like a creepy spy or like some type of psychosis motherfucker that just wants to invade people's privacies. You went in and did work on somebody that wanted to be in charge. And that's it. They just want to be in charge. It doesn't mean that anything they're doing is right. It just means that they want to pull their dick out at any point in time. Right? So I think that's why we've got prophecy, is because I think that, for one, this is definitely a prophecy. This person is being taken down, and the universe is letting me know that this is going to happen. But also, with prophecy, one thing I want to point out is you could have also seen this coming. You could have also predicted this person going into a very bad place. after manipulating energy around you. This thing just started pulling on me. Like, I don't have any chest hair, so has absolutely no reason to pull, but it just kind of started pulling at me when I said that. So, and to be honest, I forget what I just said. So, whatever that secret message was, I don't know what it was, but it yanked on my, like microscopic chest hair. Like, you can't even see that, but it pulled. So, I'm going to leave that message for somebody. I'm going to scoot. I've got a day ahead of me. We do have the hierophant on the bottom. I could have just taught you something. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting at this. Like, I tend to be a teacher when I don't know that I'm trying to teach somebody something. I just kind of talk about it until somebody learns something. So maybe there was something that you needed to learn here, or maybe there is something further that you need to go into, something further that you need to learn about and gain the key to access to about yourself. Right? Or about these people around you, these very greedy energies that use magic in reverse, so then they can take the direction from people, and then they can point the finger at people and blame people. And unfortunately, hurt people, and I feel like this person was hurt as a child, and because they were hurt as a child, they got gifts, right? They got gifts for the misery that they went through, and instead of using those gifts as a beautiful blessing, as, okay, the universe trying to give you something in order for what you just went through, which means if this person was abused physically or mentally or attacked in some way, the universe gave them telepathy. They gave them the enchantment of being a magician, so then they could make a life for themselves. It was almost like the universe paying them back for something, knowing that they might never seek justice in this lifetime. They will in another lifetime, but they may never open up the door to it. So they gave them an ability, they gave them a power, and then they used and abused that power and hurt their own. And I just watched a story about a woman who kills her children because her husband was cheating on her with a younger woman. And then once she realizes that she's killed the children, instead of gone after him, she goes into this fucking huge depression and kills herself. And it's like, well, like, what did you expect? Like, of course, a parent's first reaction is to hurt the child when a parent has done them wrong, because they got hurt as a child. And if their spouse is fucking around, then of course they want to hurt their children. Their spouse looks like their children. Right? And it's that fucked up, it's that demon that wants to hurt kids. No parent should ever hurt a child, nor should they ever feel like they want to hurt a child. A child is the most vulnerable thing. They don't know. They need to be guided, they need to be directed and supported, and they need somebody around them, not some teacher or some daycare, some stranger looking after them, right? They need their parents looking after them, teaching them what to do. And clearly this person, I think they're ready. I think they're ready to acknowledge what happened to them. And as soon as they acknowledge what happened to them, they'll most likely transform into something else, which is how they get kicked out and how they get cut out of your life somehow is a twist of events, because they've gaslighted you. They've acted as if you're not even around, like you don't exist. And a parent is never supposed to do that. Nobody is supposed to act like you don't exist, especially if they're a part of your tribe, if they created you. No, they're not supposed to act like you suddenly aren't there. They know you exist. You came from them. They know that you're there. Any parent can act oblivious to what they've done, but the universe knows you have a bloodline for a reason. You have DNA for a reason. It's because of shit like that. Why do you think babies are born looking exactly like their fathers? It's a way that Mother Nature can inform the mother who the father is. I watch it with my nephews. They looked identical to my brother. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, man, they can't lie about that shit. Like, that kid looks identical to you, but in a few weeks, the baby changed. Started looking more like the mom, right? Like, that's how DNA is proven. Like, you look like your parents for a reason. So then parents can't deny you life. So then they can't say that you didn't come from them. You are made from them. And that's how stupid people are, naive people are, and how demonic presences really work, and how they can they can convince people that they can get away with things, even though they're stamped. Everything is stamped. Everything's got a barcode. Everything has a code. That's your DNA. That's your code, right? And to think that you can manipulate a code just shows how immature they are and how much they shouldn't have had a child. If you really think that you can act like you don't have it anymore, you're an idiot. You should have never had one to begin with. Like, stupidity leak altogether. So anyways, this witch is being taken down. She used her magic in reverse. She did not help you. She wanted to see you sad. She wanted to fight you. She wanted to make you a loser. She was told to stop, and she didn't. So now the world's got to be like, all right, well, we got to step in now. Whether we end it, kill it, smash it, fucking transmute it, transform it, whatever we got to do, the universe is going to move that witch's energy and put her into the next phase that she deserves, which is all about the tornado coming out and then the gaslight. It's almost like she's going to disappear. However way that means, I don't know. Maybe she's going to disappear and become a hermit. Maybe she's going to disappear and she's going to die. Maybe she's going to move and get wiped off the face of the earth. Maybe she's going to delete her social media. We don't know. I don't know who this person is. And by she, I keep saying she because it came up as a feminine energy, but it also could be a male. I really feel like this is a female. I feel like if it was a male, the warlock card would have came out, but because it was only the witch card, it was only the feminine energy. I really do feel like this is a bitch. This is a feminine energy for sure. But anyways, I hope it resonates. This is a prophecy, so it is something that is going to come true. I just don't know which part of it is going to come true. So peace out, enjoy your day, and love each other.